Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to another Injustice Versus! So we're playing as Martian Manhunter. We'll be playing with Justice League characters as well, kind of like setting up the Trinity War where Martian Manhunter versus the Justice League, among other people. So the characters today are John Jones, Clark, Bruce, Barry, Victor, Diana, and Arthur.
And Tim.
But Tim.
I don't know.
It would probably be technically Hal, but we're going to use John Stewart. I think now would be a good time to talk about John's origin, which is so bizarre.
Yeah, well, it's good. It starts out kind of simple, but then it gets all mixed up. But it's kind of weird. Apparently he had a twin brother on Mars, and apparently most Martians don't have more than one child. Like, twins are extremely unusual. So his twin,
like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito twins.
Yeah, exactly. So he was the John was the Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then his twin brother's name.
What are you doing? Pay attention. You do that again, I'm gonna follow
I will just
you.
shut the computer. His twin's name was like Malefac or something like that.
Malefax or something.
You know what? I'm just shutting the computer now.
Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get. You're not
right.
paying attention. You're not paying attention. You will lose.
All right. So, yeah. So pretty much like. His twin was born without telekinesis and other powers that Martians have, and he was really mad, and he ended up, like, trying to put this plague on all of Martian land.
Martian land plague.
I guess that would be Mars. And, so pretty much, like, Martians are all afraid of fire, which I didn't realize.
Fire burn!
And, they have this, like, innate fear of fire, which you kind of learn later. I don't know if we should say it now, but it was given to them
by the Guardians.
By the Guardians.
Those
the OS.
little OAS?
What are they called?
OA.
OA.
You're thinking like, where are you
I
going
don't
with
know.
this? And why are
you told me to shut the computer.
Why are we jumping around and talking at the same time?
Okay, fine. I'll actually try to.
Are you going to use your gaming powers? Triangle.
Stop.
You're still not doing it. Stretchy triangle. Woohoo! Look at that. Oh. Triangle.
You know what?
Making a fool of yourself.
I'm not making a fool of myself.
What
Take
he
it
said.
back. Take it back.
Yeah,
Take it back.
He made a plague that was only spread through telekinesis, and John tried desperately to have his wife and daughter not use their telekinesis powers so that they wouldn't get the plague, which ended up making them like think about fire so much that it like made them like spontaneously burst into flames, because that's how afraid Martians are of fire. Like, if they see it, they can actually burst into flames even if it doesn't touch them, because they're thinking about it.
They call it a pyrophobia, fear of fire.
Well, all Martians do, but I mean, his family died.
Yeah, of course.
But
well, his whole planet gets wiped out. He's the sole survivor of Mars.
Well, it depends on
of Mars.
Depends on the
in
thing.
The canon.
But
still,
at least his wife and daughter died. And then somehow this guy, I forgot what his name is because I can't look at the computer.
We'll just call him.
I think his
the
name
doctor.
is Erdl or something like that.
Yeah, it's like his name rhymes with girdle.
It's something really weird, like Erdl. Well, Dr. Erdl had this like thing that was like, he made this transporter device.
Basically, he transports John before John can be killed by the whatever.
Yeah,
brings him to Earth.
Brings him to Earth, and then he finds out, John's tragic story, and then he tries to help him.
I love this part. He tries to help him, and then he hires a science
fiction writer friends to rewrite his past.
Rewrite his origin story.
So K-Wing and I were joking, like,
The
oh
force is
yeah,
strong in this
so
one.
then like maybe he writes the story so that like Spock and Captain Kirk are traveling around and
Darth Vader,
with him, and
they used to get Slurpees.
Exactly, and then then he goes and they pick him up in their spaceship, and then they drop him off, and he trains with Yoda even though he's not, Yoda says that he's too old to begin the training.
Too old to begin the training.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, I just transformed into you.
Really? That's so weird.
But nothing changed.
So yeah, and then like Yeah, and then he like becomes like the best Jedi ever, and all this stuff, and then he gets dropped back on Earth, and so then he doesn't have to think about his wife and daughter because.
What are you doing? You're not beating me with these flimsy little attacks. I'm telling you that right
You're
now.
not beating me. Oh wait.
Say that
Nope,
again.
nope. Just leave me alone. Aha! Walk into that. Just walk forward.
You mean like that? You just walked right into that. Bam. So yeah, he has his origin rewritten.
Yeah, it's not really
No.
Captain
But-
Kirk,
but,
we think it's pretty funny.
One thing I
He's
think is
science.
pretty interesting though. Part of the reason why he becomes a police officer on Earth is because he was a police officer
Yeah,
on Mars.
and that's what a manhunter means.
That's not Hal Jordan.
Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart, voiced by Phil Lamar.
He even looks buffer than Hal Jordan.
Buffer, is that a word?
It is
He's
now.
buffer. He's buffer than. He's more buff.
Actually, isn't a buffer or something
Buff-
that you
buffer's
use
like
after
a-
you sandwood?
Oh,
But yeah. So actually, the Doctor actually helps him
the doctor.
to gain his sanity after he rewrites a delusional
Yes,
past
the
for
10th
him that
the
didn't
10th
exist.
Doctor arrives
Yeah.
to help rewrite the origin story.
So
of
I wish
Martian
someone could
Manhunter.
rewrite an origin story for me. Like, I'm take my bad childhood and write it like to be awesome. Like, yeah. I was like, I don't know.
Where'd you go? Oh,
I was ruler of my own planet when I was 10.
you know you have a lot of problems with ruling things. I just noticed this. You're like, stop that.
People paid me an ice cream every day. A girl can dream. All right. What were we talking about before?
I don't know. I'm distracted by, like.
Oh yeah. So his occupation when he was on Mars was
We
a
already said that.
manhunter,
He was a manhunter,
which was
yeah.
actually meant
police,
policeman.
yeah.
And yeah. So then he became part of the police force, and he used his powers for good to help the police and blah blah blah.
But that's not the funny part. About after the Doctor has his origin rewritten, he has his origin rewritten so that he dies. The Doctor dies.
Oh yeah.
And
Part
John
of the
can't go
origin
back
is
to Mars.
that the Doctor. After he, part of the rewriting is that
Where does the Doctor
right
go?
after the Doctor, he rewrites the origin as that right after he teleports
He dies
John
of a heart attack.
to right after
Yeah.
right after he teleports him to Earth, he immediately dies of a heart attack.
It's a
right
Korean
after.
dramedy.
Yeah, exactly. You have something good happen, and then immediately something bad happens.
So yeah, but I want to know what happens to the Doctor. I mean, I guess he really is Doctor Who because he just disappears.
Well, somehow his daughter comes into play like a long time after, but I
Yeah.
think she's in a nursing home by then.
Yeah, so the Doctor is off traveling the world as the last of the Time Lords.
No, he's a human. So, and then after that, it gets a
Yeah,
little
well-
crazy.
Oh! Oh!
It gets pretty crazy. So we realized that Bruce Timm did a pretty good job with
Oh,
taking
Bruce Timm, I love his origin.
Martian Manhunter and
Because
making it a pretty
there's
cool
there's
story.
two types of Martians. There's the green Martians and the white Martians. And
Yeah.
they're mortal enemies anyway.
And to explain kind of how.
I was talking, woman.
Oh well, I was adding. I didn't know there
I
was
was
like
adding.
rules.
There's rules to
Fine.
this game. This game and stuff.
Yeah, I've been waiting for like 10 minutes for you to say what you wanted to
Oh,
say.
I'm gonna smack you down now, like that.
Hey, what were you saying?
Okay, so the white and the green. Oh crap! Ah,
Yes, what
oh, I didn't avoid the smackdown. So the white and the green. Oh man, look at the massive nipples. It's disturbing.
Mere child.
Everything goes quiet after that. It's like he has these huge.
Yeah, I'm waiting. You said you didn't want me to talk. Now.
Okay. Well, don't have this little, whatever this is. I don't know what this is, but however, fine, you tell it. I don't even know what I was gonna
I
say.
don't even know
anymore.
what you were gonna say.
I
There's no
don't-
way I could read your mind. I don't have telekinesis.
Well, read my mind, like
all right,
John.
so yeah, I can't. I
Oh,
don't have
the
powers.
Timverse, that's right. So the white Martians wipe out his race, and he's the sole survivor, and he's like the watchdog or the guardian of the thing. And then the Americans come, or Earth, and they let
The guardians of the thing. You mean the guardians of
guardians
the white
of their
Martians?
their prison, because they like the comics. Instead of his brother developing like this nerve gas, the green Martians develop a nerve gas to take out the white Martians, but it doesn't kill them. It puts them in suspended animation. So while John is off in Sleepy By Land, the pilots land and they like wake up the white Martians. and they invade the Earth and kidnap John Jones. Instead of killing him, they bring him to Earth because they figure, oh, that's the best place we can bring him. But then it has all this cool stuff that happens, like with the Justice League and the cartoon and stuff. Alright, I know that we really diss on Wonder Woman and call her Mander Woman. That's because she looks like a dude in this.
Oh my gosh,
But,
again with the Mander Woman.
but I have to say, the movie we just saw, Wonder Woman the movie, by Bruce Timm and company, was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
It was so cool.
Yeah,
And all those
you
people
have to see
whining
it.
and saying that there can never be a Wonder Woman movie because they can never do it right.
So cool.
Watch that movie for source material and then just basically
Just
remake it.
Just make that movie.
Yes.
But
It's like the
even though you
300
could
meets
probably
Wonder
never
Woman.
make the movie as good
No.
as that.
It was pretty good. I was
Yeah,
surprised
it was
by
so
all the stuff they
awesome.
put in that.
It was kind of violent too,
Oh yeah.
but in an awesome way.
I'd say it's probably one of the most violent DC animated movies I've seen prior to Flashpoint. Flashpoint is the most violent thing I've ever seen in animation. Like in American animation.
Yeah.
I would say that Dead Man Wonderland is much worse.
I didn't even know who that Steve guy was before.
Steve Trevor?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Steve Trevor, he's actually a friend of John Jones in the New 52 world. I don't know what he was like in the original world, but yeah.
Jumping around.
I'm jumping all over the
Sorry.
place because I like to. Oh, I stood up. It's like, hello, I'm back. Punch. Look, I'm Dalsim from Street Fighter. But that's Chun-Li's theme. I forgot what Dalsim's is. Yoga Flame. Oh!
Yeah, and I have a theory about how her actual jet came to be. I mean, from the movie, it seems like possibly it was Steve Trevor's jet that ended up
And then they
turning
just used
invisible.
their cloaking technology.
Yeah, and turning
They're
it invisible.
Romulans.
Or towards the end of the movie, he has like
Ow.
he's trying to shoot something, and he's like, "What? Why didn't it fire?" And then it's like, "Oh yeah, it's
Invisible
visible."
missiles. You just spoiled something major. for people
I
that have never
mean, I
seen
was
it.
just joking. If that
Yeah,
happened,
if that happens.
theoretically, if I had written the end of the movie to be
Oh!
like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really cool. It's like it was amazing, and I thought it was kind of cool how she was supposed to be like her suit is actually supposed to be like the colors of the country that she's kind of like ambassador to. You know?
Yeah, that's a great
was
way to
kinda
explain
cool.
that too. Congratulations, you beat me.
No, I didn't.
You did. Okay, one interesting thing I want to note too, since you boys and girls probably don't know this, the model that they used for Sean Jones or Martian Manhunter in this game is actually his new 52 look. It's identical down to that little tassel thing on the front of his.
What about the?
Yes, even down to the green nipples.
Man,
The man nippies. I never understood why they did that. It's like I always liked his Jim
and then
Lee
you look at
costume
his
the best.
alien form, and he has no.
Yes, and he has no nipples. So what he does is he creates the nipples.
It's a compromise between his form and humans.
Yes, because his real form would be too much for the human eye to withstand. So he creates
It's a compromise.
Martian nippies.
It's kind of like in that episode of Galaxy Quest where they're like, oh, like they look like squid beings.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
They have these things on them that help them appear more human-like, even though they don't. Oh wait, I'm me.
I'm me. Where'd he go? Oh. kicked in the
Yeah,
face.
that's right. I meant to do that.
Don't get cocky. Ow. Stop hitting Superman in the face. Take that.
I thought I did that to you.
Nope, but I did that to you.
Yeah, but John is like very comparable to Superman. He has X-ray vision just like
Yep.
Superman does. He
Super strength,
ends up
flight.
actually at some point in the future, which spoiler, he ends up actually being able to like shoot like, you know.
You wasted it.
Fire
You wasted
and
your
stuff.
special.
What?
You wasted it. I only had like a little bit of life bar left on my first life bar. You
I don't
wasted
understand.
your special.
We have 2 life bars? Oh my
You
god.
did not just say that.
I mean, of course we do.
Of course. What else do we have? 2 life bars? Why are you pressing the buttons when you're dead? You're like, I can still win this. Come on. Second, third, continue. Let's do this.
Hey, if they had Blackest Night, then I can still get up. Alright.
Well, yeah, technically, I mean, you have the powers of regeneration.
He's like a Wolverine.
Yeah.
He can regenerate from his hand.
Well, Wolverine can regenerate from a single cell. So
He cannot.
Yes, he can.
No way.
He's gotten nuked before, and he was able to regenerate from a cell.
Martian Manhunter, like, it's really hard to hurt him because, like, bullets and shrapnel and all that kind of stuff, like, since his body can, he can, I forgot what the term is, but he can...
Invulnerable?
I don't know, like, he's able to, use his psychic energy to, like, morph his molecules. They're very bendy. Okay,
He's very bendy. That's a great way to...
He's like Plastic Man. He can...
No, don't compare him to Plastic Man.
Okay,
Martian Manhunter is so much cooler than Plastic Man.
He's like, who's that mud guy?
Don't even compare him to Swamp Thing.
No, not Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing is lame.
I'm talking about that one guy, Bruce Wayne's friend.
Bruce Wayne's friend is a mud guy?
Mud Man.
Where are you going with this? No, he's nothing like Clayface.
Well, in the fact that he can morph his molecules.
You mean shapeshift?
Yeah, shapeshift. He can shapeshift colors. He can even shapeshift mannerisms.
Yeah, he can shapeshift
he can develop
mannerisms and steal people's powers and things like that.
He can also like input dreams into people's minds, and he can block people from reading his mind.
He can read men's minds and erase memories, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and he can even input other memories.
Stop punching me in the face, dude.
He can like hypnotize people and all kinds of weird stuff. Oh, he can even do mind control. Yeah, he's awesome.
I fail to see the point of this.
This ends now.
But then he even has more powers when later on. But K-Wing won't let me talk about it yet. So I just have to wait till K-Wing talks about all them.
I don't know even all the
Well,
important
then
things.
hurry up and say that you're done so we can talk about
Fine,
the cool stuff.
I'm almost done, okay? All I know is after he did his time...
Oh, and he's allergic to, he's addicted to Cookie.
Yeah, he's addicted to Cookie. He cannot eat Cookie. He's addicted to a certain brand of cookies. Chocos or something, yeah. So
Go ahead.
His weakness is fire and cookies. Well, fire for a while and then cookies. Always cookies.
Cookie Monster.
But he mainly stays up in the Watchtower. Like, at least that's how I grew up seeing the guy. And then he was replaced by Mr. Terrific when John Jones left and went to the Justice League International on Earth and the Outsiders and other things with Batman and stuff. He ends up posing as different enemies and Ultimate Shapeshifter, but he also didn't really play a role in the Infinite Crisis where Superboy got killed, or whatever it was called. One of the crises where Superboy got killed. He got rescued by Nightwing and some other people, and then in 1 year later, he just kind of went back to doing his own thing, and eventually he ends up doing some kind of mission for Batman on this jail planet in the middle of some galaxy or something, I don't know. And he ends up getting kidnapped and discovered by Catwoman, who's somehow in this, unearthly prison.
She sells him out.
She sells him out, and he gets near death and then brought back to Earth, and he's killed by some,
Some guy
Some guy.
that wants to get him back because he foiled one of his evil schemes a long time ago. Because he was like a policeman, so detective dude.
Yeah, because he's a cop.
That's what policemen do. Protect and serve.
Yep.
And crash large glass objects on top of Superman's head.
But you didn't do that. I did that.
What? I thought I did that.
No, I'm me. You're you. In fact, you need to go in the Phantom Zone and cool out. No, I'm sorry. You meant to do that, right?
Whoop. No, I don't want to go to the Phantom Zone.
Oh, there's Zod, and there's some creepy thing. Schooled in the ways of whatever that was. You're just standing there again. It's like, aha.
I forgot. I was trying to think of what happened next.
That's what you get for thinking. See, kids, don't think, or else Superman will throw something big at your head. Ouch.
Oh, he also he can lift like 100 tons.
Ends now.
All right, fine. So he ends up getting killed. And then he comes back as a Black Lantern, and he's one of the first people to see Barry Allen back or whatever, and they try to kill him with a flame tornado, but previously to that, he learned to harness the power of fire, and he became Inferno.
You skipped a whole thing.
No, I didn't.
No, his name is Furnace.
Whatever.
Not Inferno. Oh my gosh, Superman, get it right.
I'm not
Dude,
Superman.
you're not fit to be Superman.
Hey, I'm not the world's greatest detective, okay? I'm a reporter. It's all you need to know.
Exactly. So even though you may get all the glory and get paid more, detectives really know what they're talking about.
Exactly. Superman's no detective. But anyway, it doesn't matter because John died, and they tried to use fire on his zombie, and they couldn't do it. And they were like, why can't we kill him with a flame tornado? And, you know, whatever.
Yeah. But he becomes this, because he becomes this guy named Furnace.
Yeah, because he was able to get over his fear with some girl named Scorch. Personally, I only found the beginning of Martian Manhunter's, I don't know, whatever you call it, interesting, and then the rest of his story is kind of like blah.
No, I think the Furnace thing is really awesome, though.
Well, it was, but that was before one of the crises, or there's been so many stupid crises that I lost count of all the crises.
Okay, you don't find it interesting, let me explain what I believe I know about the Furnace thing. So he becomes Furnace, which I kind of feel like it's almost like kind of like the Phoenix kind of thing, you know, how that one girl, Julie, Jane, Jennifer turns into the Phoenix.
Jean Grey, Julie. You just combined like so many X-Men into one. Get on with it.
Right. So, right. So,
why are you standing still?
Tiffany turns into the Phoenix, you know. Oh, okay, so, what am I thinking?
You're button mashing and jumping in the air. You're like, ha!
It's hard for me to think and play at the same time. Alright, I'm not a good chewing gum and walking person.
Yeah, I've actually seen you choke and do that.
Stop.
You chewing gum and driving is a scary thing, too.
This girl named Scorch helps him with his fear of fire, and that's how you find out about the whole Oa thing, how they kind of instilled that into the Martians, which was pretty mean, actually, I think, you know?
Pretty mean, you know.
Stupid Oa.
Stupid Oa Martians.
They always think they know what they're doing. So, she helps him get over it, but then she ends up getting hurt and put into coma by him. Because he becomes totally powerful. He can, like, I don't remember if he can shoot fire out of his eyes, but I know he can breathe fire.
Like
he has pyrokinesis or pyrotelekinesis, whatever it was. He can, like, think with his mind. He can make things burst into flame. And so pretty much, and then fire, he's invulnerable to fire after that, so then it doesn't affect him as much, and he doesn't have a fear of it as much anymore, so he becomes totally powerful. Yeah, I've just read so much crazy lore of Martian Manhunter that I'm just thoroughly, totally, like, my head's swimming.
Your head's swimming. Aquaman reference.
Yes.
Outrageous.
Son, this girl is on fire. Alright.
This girl is on fire. Back, Aquaman, or I'm gonna hit you with my stretchy arms.
And somehow, in all that, I don't know, like, someone gives him a choice whether he chooses Earth or
Nope, you
Mars.
jumped ahead. That was during, like, that was the entity in brightest
But
day.
anyway, he becomes this thing, Furnace, and then he actually takes on the entire Justice League, because he's, like, super, uber powerful as Furnace, but then they were able to take him down somehow.
Yeah, they used teamwork, like Power Rangers.
Oh, but he was, like, comparable to, like, Superman's powers when he was Furnace, like, he was so powerful.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome and stuff. Ow.
Unbeatable. No way.
Because
they
of his
never beat him.
green nipple attack.
But I saw some pictures of Furnace. He almost looks like reddish. Like, well, I think he does. He does look red.
Yeah, well,
he is red.
He looked like Sailor Mars except demonic.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Bah.
And actually, one of the that's kind of a funny little. Speaking of Sailor Mars, one of the alternate. You know, he always has these aliases he goes by because he changes in these different forms. One of them was kind of like a Sailor Mars reference, or it sounded like that, and Batman caught it.
Yeah, because Batman's a nerd. Batman would know that.
Apparently, Batman is a nerd, and he watches Sailor Moon.
So
Nah.
I guess My Little Ponies wouldn't be something that Batman wouldn't know what it is.
Well,
he probably
he-
knows all the character arcs
Well,
too.
he just considers it research. He's like,
Yeah,
okay, I have
it's
to do this
just
for research.
So there you go, bronies. If you watch My Little Pony or any
research.
girly,
It means
little
you're
boy
really
shows,
macho.
it means you're just doing research. That's all it means.
They actually, we already knew that.
Yeah.
We already knew how cool we were for watching that.
You still watched it more than me. Look at that. Why does he decide to go back to Mars? Either that or he's just going inside his
That's
mind.
his home.
So his home is a bunch of rocks and sand. Ow!
How dare you make fun of his home?
I just did. Ow! What is this? You like you wait to slap. You're like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Slap.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry, but does anybody else have a problem with that? I mean, it's just he's standing there proudly, like, behold, my Martian nippies. See, look.
But I think
Da-da-da.
so. I was actually reading
Ow.
about his abilities, and they were talking about his the only things that he has that are what are the things? What do you say?
Why are you asking me? I didn't research all
no,
this
no,
stuff.
try to read my mind.
I can't. I don't have Martian powers. Okay?
What do you say when you have something that's not an ability, but it's a weakness?
Nerd. Oh.
Okay. Weaknesses. His only weaknesses are fire until he becomes furnace, and then his other weakness is Chocos.
We already
but
said
we already
that.
talked about
We already
that.
talked about it.
But I thought that was kind of funny. Is that's like a weakness?
Yeah, whatever.
All right, fine. So you
yeah.
have more interesting things to talk about.
I don't know. I just want to pummel
So
you.
he becomes like a part of the. How does he relate it to the Lantern Corps? Because I don't understand.
I don't
About
remember
black
how
and white lanterns and all this stuff.
he dies. He dies and he comes back as a Black Lantern.
How? What is
They
a
don't-
Black Lantern?
Black Lantern is, dead zombie person.
Oh.
What does it matter? He died. Most of the entire DC universe was brought back. Like he was off in Mars in his Egyptian, I don't know, prison / burial ground, and he came back to Earth. He flew back and tried to kill Barry Allen and Hal Jordan and said, "You guys are dead anyway," because they weren't supposed to come back to life because they had died previously in the 90s and 80s or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Blackest Night was all big blur. Like I said, I only really followed Batman. I didn't really follow the Green Lantern stuff because there was so much going on with Green Lantern books
But
that it was just too confusing.
yeah, there's definitely a lot to Martian Manhunter that is just
But
he's
I
just
would
fighting
s-
all these villains that I have no idea
Yeah.
who they are and stuff like that.
I would say that the ideal Martian Manhunter character for people to really understand and like is what Dwayne McDuffie, Paul Dini, and Bruce Timm did in the
Yay.
Justice League and Justice League Unlimited.
Especially the first episode.
And actually, the guy who is voicing Martian Manhunter in this game is the same actor, Carl
Oh, yeah, he does some.
Lumsies. I don't know his name, but it's Carl somebody, and he is voicing Martian Manhunter in this, reprising his role from the Justice League and Justice League
We
Unlimited.
reserve the right not to pronounce things correctly after midnight.
Yes. Ooh, shiny. I turn around. Haha. Nipple attack. Ow.
But
It was
yeah,
it was
it's-
ineffective.
it's kind of weird that they kind of change things so, or they're going to change. There's hints of they might change things that he might not be the last Martian
But they haven't really done.
or something like that. which-
After Brightest Day, I like completely lost track of everything that happened with Justice League because I was too busy following Dick Grayson's run as Batman, and then Batman came back with the return of Bruce Wayne. And it was just kind of like the comics were just becoming way too sci-fi and weird. It was
Yeah.
like I don't even understand what's going on anymore. Because how could John die if he overcame the only thing that could kill him, which was fire? He ends up getting beat up by a bunch of supervillains. That's like how they killed off Superman with Doomsday, with just,
Yeah.
oh, Kryptonite can kill him, but apparently so can this bone monster. So they couldn't even figure out a way to kill John Jones. It's like killing off Duke off screen. Like,
Yeah.
we don't know how to kill off Duke, so we'll just do it off screen and retaliation or whatever.
But yeah,
Oh, he's
I feel
really
like
good.
that just spoils the whole like.
Ow.
Like you really feel for the character when you're like, oh my gosh, he's the last Martian, and No, they have that nice scene in the first episode of Justice League where they all hug and Kal-El is like, I don't have anyone from my planet
They don't
either.
hug. They don't hug.
Well, in my mind, they were hugging.
Well, that's not what happened.
They were like in a circle.
You lied, and you're standing still again.
No. He was like, you know, I have no one to go to, and Kal-El's like, oh, neither do I, but this can be your family.
Bromance. Ow.
And then they did like bro hoof, and then they watched My Little Ponies together.
It's all lies.
And then they had like a piñata, and they had cake.
No.
Wait, the
Look,
cake
he
was
just
first.
stared into your very soul, and he was like, Amber, that is wrong. That is wrong. We had no cake. It was cookies.
In my mind, they all hugged
Cookies.
and they cried
No.
together.
All right, it's time to talk about Flashpoint. So the only way to do that is with the Flash. Okay, so what is Flashpoint? Flashpoint
What is Flashpoint?
is a Flash story that was dumb, and it ended up rewriting the entire DC universe to the New 52. But anyway, what it was is Flash was trying to go back in time to prevent his mother from being killed.
Oh, yeah.
What he does is he ends up screwing up the timeline, causing a war between Aquaman and Wonder Woman, because apparently they had a romance and Miria was killed because of jealousy or something. And Bruce Wayne was killed in place of Thomas and Martha. So yeah, older Batman who kills people, and Martha Wayne became the Joker. Martian Manhunter got killed. Lots of superheroes got killed.
No.
It was just weird. Also, Shazam was a conglomerate of like 9 children or something. It was just strange.
So pretty much everyone's.
Oh, and Superman was like an anorexic supermodel that was locked away in a prison his entire life. Yes.
That's really weird.
Anorexic Superman.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was ridiculously good looking.
Ridiculously good looking, indeed.
Ah.
And Aquaman was like this major breakdance attack, breakdance attack, breakdance attack.
Oh my gosh.
Spinning back kick, spinning back kick.
You do not have to shout your attacks out loud.
Yes, I do. It's Street Fighter.
Oh.
Hey, look, it's Darkseid. He's here to say hi. Omega Beam!
You know what? Martian Manhunter's supposed to be winning. Marvin the Martian.
Who said he's Marvin the Martian? Marvin the Martian's supposed to win.
You have to admit, it's really hard not to call him Marvin the Martian sometimes by
Only if you're
accident.
dyslexic, like me.
No. Anyone would.
No.
His name begins with M. They're both from Mars. Come on. It's easy.
Ooh,
an easy
I'm
mistake.
Martian Manhunter.
They're pretty close.
Seriously, Warner Brothers, I
think
want to see
that-
a spoof with Marvin the Martian as Martian Manhunter. That'd be awesome. Oh, nipple attack, you missed.
Oh, man. Come on.
I'm impressed you're using your super move more. That's our audience has to be like, yay, she's getting better. Well, she ought to. It's been since April. Ouch! No noogies.
Okay.
Noogies are bad. Aha! You thought you could
So,
outsmart me.
Flashpoint.
Yeah, Flashpoint. Well, I already basically explained it. They have this war. It's like World War IV, 3, whatever. And Flash ends up going back in time. Batman kills Professor Zoom, Flash's villain, and they go back to the New 52, where some things have changed,
Yeah.
and some characters have been erased, like
Oh,
Donna
yeah.
Troy, Wally West, Stephanie Brown. Different,
No!
yeah, different characters.
And
are
that was
gone.
right before the New 52, right?
No, that was the start. They'd start the whole New 52 with. Oh no.
That's weird.
No, I will not lose to the likes of you.
So maybe Martian Manhunter's memory can get erased again and rewritten by new science fiction
Well,
writers.
he's in the New 52. He's not even a quote real member of the traditional Justice League.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He has his own Justice League that he's a part of.
Oh, right. He works for the government.
Ooh, look, it's the mascara. And some guy in a trench coat. Womp.
I will defend Earth.
I will not wear a shirt.
I bet, like, his skin might be thicker than ours. So maybe that's why he doesn't need a shirt. Like, he's just super fine. I mean, like, fine without the clothes, you know?
No, I think he just wants to attract Earth women. So we figured he's.
What? He doesn't
Who
care.
wears that? He's got like suspenders on and he has no shirt. It's just strange, but oh!
Sorry, dude.
Oh, I see why you want to be Cyborg now. Touche. But guess what? Ow. I have a cool attack that you don't know of. Ow. It's called face block. Ouch.
Oh, you had a cool attack?
Yeah, it's called this.
Oh, no!
Oh, look at that. And I have stretchy arms. Stretchy arms.
But seriously, he
Stretchy
walks
arms.
around without any clothes in his alien form, so he doesn't really need clothes. I don't think he gets cold. Because Mars is pretty cold. I think. Isn't it? Wait,
Yes, Mars.
is it hot or cold?
No. Don't go by. Sailor Moon ruined everybody, okay?
Oh my gosh, I cannot remember if Mars is cold
Mars
or hot.
is a cold planet. Mercury is the warm planet.
I've been over this before and I had fans answer me. I forgot what it was.
No, it's right. It's right this time.
But
Japan,
Mars is red, so you would think
I know,
it would be
but Japan messed up. When they redo Sailor Moon, they need to make sure that Sailor Mars has the ice powers and Sailor Mercury has the fire powers.
Alright, so obviously he probably does not get cold since he can't survive on Mars
But
without
still,
any clothes at all.
To prevent humanity from destroying themselves over how amazingly awesome shirtless Manhunter is, he should wear a shirt.
He's ridiculously good looking.
Ridiculously good looking. Here comes Magnum. Oh, oh, he like shoots eye beams. But
He does have pretty big muscles.
Eye beams. Ooh, come on, Cyborg. You know you want to die. Look at that, I just punched you in the face. Ooh, nice combo. I'm impressed. Did I send you to the grave? Goodbye,
No!
Victor. Stare! Begin.
Care Bear stare.
Care Bear stare. So, what else is there? The new 52, he's part of a government agency. And it's called Stormwatch. Yeah, that's it.
It's called Tornado Hunters.
And it consists of a lot of
Stormwatch.
unpowered heroes and paranoid government people and supervillains. And then eventually, Jean ends up erasing his entire teammates' memories.
Oh yeah, that he ever was a part of them.
Yep. And then he becomes.
And then he joins the Justice League or something.
Well, he becomes the leader of the Justice League of America, which is Amanda Waller and Steve Trevor's unit.
Cool.
So basically, think like
I
Cadmus
like Steve
from the
Trevor.
Justice League. They're like Cadmus.
Steve is awesome. Why is he not with Wonder Woman?
Because Wonder Woman's with Superman in the new 52.
We gotta find a way to take that Superman guy down.
Yeah, I bet everybody's trying to. But basically what happened once John became a part of the Justice League, America, is they're having a war of the Justice League called the Trinity War. So all factions of the Justice League, the evil Justice League, the American Justice League, and the superpowered Justice League are all fighting each other. What's interesting about the superpowered Justice League and Justice League of America is it does consist of like military personnel. So you have like Captain Atom, and you have people who hate the government, like Green Arrow, working for the U.S. government as part of Martian Manhunter's team. And Batman is actually on the side of the supers. Like he's with Superman and Wonder Woman and things like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. And we're back to the final matches with the Batman taking on the shirtless Wonder. Ow. Ooh.
How dare you call me that?
You're shirtless. Put on a shirt, man. The rest of us have to stare at you. Ouch. Ouch. Alright. All this jumping will not save you. It will only increase my rage. So yeah,
but dude, that wouldn't even hurt me because I can morph my body into
I don't
weird
care.
shapes.
You can argue as much as
I'm
you
just
want.
saying,
but
like, my
Batman's
body can
punches,
totally morph.
Batman punches are just as strong as Captain Falcon.
Yeah, but I can even bullets don't really hurt me.
Well, it's not a bullet; it's a
And
Batman.
I can
punch.
regenerate in like 2 seconds.
I would take a bullet over a punch from Batman. I really
I don't think
would.
so.
Yes.
You're just like punching into my morphy body that can just fuse back to normal.
Oh yeah.
Like,
How are you enjoying the fuse? Is it?
It's like a I'm like a what's that kind of bed that you can like lie down on and it womps back up to its original shape? Tempur-Pedic.
Hey, look at that! I just
He's
put
like
you
a
on
Tempur-Pedic
fire.
mattress.
Batman is a Tempur-Pedic
No,
mattress.
no.
Martian.
Martian.
Manhunter.
Marvin.
Marvin the Martian. Hello, Batman. We meet again. Care to burst into song about destroying the world? Rah!
Wait, you would think Batman would be part of the Paranoid People Club.
Oh, he will. I'm sure that, like, I mean, he's already starting to get paranoid. His son died. Like, you know, Damian died. His other son came back to life, Jason. And Batman is like, he's trying to be all buddy-buddy with the supers in the new 52, but some things are happening with his writing that's actually getting better. So I'm pretty sure he's going to end up, like, after the Trinity War, hopefully Batman will distance himself between the Justice League. But then again, they're trying to do the massive Justice League movie in 18 now, and they're doing World's Finest in 2015 with Batman and Superman. So they're probably not going to have too much separation between Batman and Superman. In fact, they're becoming more friend-like in the current Justice League comics. Because Superman killed Dr. Light.
They're brony buddies.
Wait, is that right, Dr. Light? I've heard that the name before the DC Universe. Reminds me of something. Yeah, you can't beat my Batman. You can try. You can throw things.
Try and succeed. Because I'm a super being and you are not.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm more evolved than you.
I'm more awesome. Do you know why?
Well, even after you kill me,
do you know
I'll
why?
just regenerate.
Do you know why? Do you know why I'm more awesome than you?
Why?
Because I'm Batman! Ow.
And yeah, Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhanger? What?
A Martian Mad Hatter. No, Martian.
No, Mad Hatter's gonna be an Arkham Origins son.
Okay.
That's. Oh, what's that? You got a bat on your back. Let me take care of that for you.
No, but his origin stuff is so complicated.
Oh, who, Batman's or?
No,
Batman's easy. His parents get killed. He puts on a bat suit. Oh no! I blocked it.
It's kinda
Oh, look at that.
probably a little bit more complicated in his mind.
Whose mind? Batman's?
Batman's.
Batman's mind. My parents are dead. I'm gonna put on a costume and fight crime. Because it makes sense. Yes, all orphans should put on bat suits. That totally makes sense.
You know what?
There's nothing strange about that. Because this is definitely a normal childhood. Anyway, thanks so much for taking the time to watch. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to tickle that like button because it's awfully lonely. I would say Martian stare it, but you might send it to Mars, which would be bad for your family. You'd walk in your room and be like, where'd they go?
On fire with telekinesis.
No
But
pyrokinesis.
Don't usually.
And don't try to do telekinesis because you give yourself a headache. Trust me, I know about this. I tried to bend a spoon once. It wasn't pretty. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and in the comment section below, tell us who you want to see us play as next. Our next requested episode, coming next week, is the DLC characters. We'll be playing as the 5 DLC characters. Until then, God bless and happy gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
You're welcome. See ya. See ya.
Guess what? I broke your leg. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm Batman!
Stay down.